I found it in the house. It's my dad's, and he says it used to be in his late uncle's house. It's at least 60 years old with a wooden handle, and it seems made of brass. What is this thing? It's called a butler. You empty ashtray contents into this. I found this item in an old backpack. It features a wooden base and an unusual metal top with an opening, as well as a screw located on the bottom. The metal components are capable of moving up and down freely. Anyone know what this is? This is a bird call crafted from genuine brass and wood to explore the various sounds that can attract different bird species to your park or backyard. To operate it, hold the wooden section in one hand and the brass section in the other, then twist the two parts together, akin to turning a key in a lock. This motion generates a squeaking sound designed to draw the attention of a diverse array of birds. Additionally, a small tube of powdered rosin is included to keep the bird call dry when not in use. This high-quality call is designed for durability, ensuring many years of enjoyable birdwatching. I found lock and key on the ceiling in the Billings, Montana airport. The second key is hanging straight down. There are two other identical keys and locks spaced about 10 feet apart running parallel to a wall. The keys are located between rows of fluorescent lights. The ceiling is about 15 feet off the ground and no way to reach it without a ladder or lift. Anyone know what this is? This is a test and reset key for a non-directional device, which may include smoke photo beams, CO2 detectors, duct sensors, and similar equipment. This solution is specifically designed for smoke alarm systems when integrating detectors from different brands or incompatible models. Typically, pressing the reset button on the system would reset all connected devices. However, devices from different brands may not reset due to their reliance on a power line or auxiliary power source. I found an object while magnet fishing. This is made of cast iron and resembles a canoe shape, featuring elongated ends. The object measures approximately 13 inches in length, 1.75 inches in height, and 3 inches in width, with an estimated weight of around 2 pounds. It is hollow and supported by two short integral pedestals, each featuring a 6-inch hook that appears to be affixed with lead solder. Its hemispherical design suggests the possibility of a complementary slotted top piece, indicating it may have a functional purpose. I am unsure whether it was intended to slide down a wire or to be attached to a chain. I have conducted research on keel weights for boats and decoys, cast iron cookware, drag anchors, and incense burners. But none of the items I found correspond to this object. Anyone know what this is? This is the place captures the oil and grease for the bearing. In water-powered and steam-powered mills, power is distributed throughout the building via spinning shafts suspended from the ceiling. Bearings are located at the intersections of the hanger rods and the shafts. During this period, slip bearings were commonly used. These bearings are constructed from bearing metal, a soft alloy with a lower melting point than that of the shaft and hanger. Interestingly, if the grease were to deplete, the bearing could overheat and melt, potentially dripping onto individuals or igniting a fire in the building. I found this item among my grandfather's belongings. It is a wooden tool with a small mirror mounted on a sliding wooden arm, likely crafted from teak. The item measures 3.25 inches in length, 1 inch in width, and 5/8 inch in thickness, weighing 17 grams. There are no inscriptions or symbols on it. The circular part serves as a mirror, and there is a small felt circle opposite the mirror. The sliding arm features a thumb protrusion, indicating it was intended for one-handed use. Any ideas what this thing is? This is vintage tool for cleaning record player needles, 1970s LP albums. I found a wooden octagon in a park located in central Wisconsin. It is situated near a disc golf area, adjacent to a riverbank. The structure is stationary, does not rotate, and cannot be disassembled. It lacks any power source or outputs and is entirely made of wood, with no attachment points. Google Lens did not yield any exact matches, but it may resemble a device for photography or data collection. Anyone know what this is? It's a photo board, installed by the Girl Scouts to monitor the land and water changes at the park. It is something that we can put into the ground. It has a platform on the top, and you take pictures in a round circle that we can then post to the website. So we can monitor the course of changes throughout the season, throughout the year. I found a triangular object attached to the wall above the window in my row on an American Airlines flight. It is made of hard plastic, approximately 1 inch in height, and features a date along with a series of digits printed on it. I have never encountered anything like this on an airplane before. Anyone know what this is? This triangle indicates which window should be used to inspect flaps, slats, or engines, as well as to monitor for icing. This feature saves valuable time in an emergency, as the crew does not need to search for the appropriate window to look out. I found this object on our gravel road following the recent hurricane. It measures approximately 5 inches in length and is composed of both metal and plastic. The pointed end is sharp, and it appears to require a battery, featuring a red LED light on the rear. A sticker on it reads, "Caution, use a DC-powered 3 to 28 volt, only remove screw to check battery." The tip does not retract. Given that it may have been carried in by the hurricane, its presence on the road may not be significant. Any ideas what this thing is? This is circuit tester. I found a heavy antique wooden hanging container with a swiveling mechanism at a storage auction. This piece features an open-ended tapered design measuring 28 inches by 14 inches with a base width of 5 inches and a top width of 10 inches, and it weighs approximately 30 pounds. The wood is dense and robust, reinforced with metal, and the nails appear to be handcrafted. The hooks are strategically placed so that, when hung, the opening faces downward. Just a few inches below the hooks, there are metal pegs on either side of the container, indicating that it may swivel on a pivot. The larger side showcases a wood grain reminiscent of tiger eye, while the smaller end has been modified with a scalloped edge. Unfortunately, there are no maker's marks, stamps, or dates to determine its origin. I have conducted searches using terms such as antique, swiveling, hanging, heavy wood and metal, conveyor bucket, wagon or carriage box, weapon holster, horse or mule pack, and blacksmith box, among others. But the results have yielded various objects that do not closely resemble this one. Any ideas what this thing is? This is 19th century wooden harvesting hod with cast iron strapwork and carrying handle.